I'm going to switch things up just a little bit today. I want to talk to you about sleep. And It's something that, uh, it's something that I have dug into over the last few years. And, as some of you know, like when it comes to the whole health and vitality space, it's a bit of a hobby for me. I may not look like it, but I actually, it's fun for me, right? I enjoy kind of digging into different ways that I can perform at a higher level, that I can be more decisive, more clear, more active. I've got three young boys. I'm a 51-year-old man, so like these things really become very important to me. Maybe on a different level than they would normally. And one of those areas is sleep. And I do get a lot of questions, and I love the banter that comes with sleep because there's some ego that gets tied to sleep. So I thought maybe I'd talk to you just a little bit about sleep and share with you some of my ideas and some of my experiences, and maybe they help you. The first thing we got to do is sort of address the ego in the room. I always love well, I go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning and I wake up at 4 o'clock and I go to the gym and I do all these things. Good for you. If that's you, that's awesome. By the way, it's probably killing you, but like, don't worry about it. Sleep is not about ego, right? I think the opposite is also there, and I think that it's this whole idea that if I sleep long, or then all of a sudden I'm a sloth, and I think the Bible talks about sloths. Okay, whoa, let's tap the brakes just for 1 second. There's this thing called circadian rhythm. It is the night owl versus early bird. It's a real thing. Some people are night people. Some people are morning people. I get it. What we talk all about, what we hear from people, is what time they get up. We very, very rarely understand or hear what time they go to bed. Does it make sense? And so I'll give you an example. My grandfather was a farmer, and he was a hard worker, but he was a farmer in the San Joaquin Valley, where it got very, very hot during farming season. And so as a result, the guy was up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, he was on the tractor at 4:05 because he knew he needed to get most of his work done before 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, it was just frankly too hot to work. But we always talked about what time he got up. He was a 4 a.m. guy. Well, the truth of the matter is he went to bed at 9. And so he was very much taking care of himself from a sleep perspective. So there you go. Now, there is some debate about the circadian rhythm and whether or not you can alter it. I, for one, from a personal experience standpoint, I believe that you can alter it. I do believe that you can train yourself. I, by definition, am sort of a night owl. Although, we can sort of look at the course of our life and know, like, young kids are very much early birds, right? They go to bed early, they sleep through the night, and they wake up at a specific time. All you need to do is have a teenager to know that suddenly they go from early to bed to late. Now they're night owls, and they sleep through the morning, which asks some pretty big questions. Why is it that high schools then start at 7 a.m.? Shouldn't they be later for the older kids and earlier for the younger kids? Just saying. I know it's a tangent, but these are some of the issues that we should be thinking about as it pertains to our longevity and everything. And I'm going to go through the benefits here, just to share with you. From a circadian rhythm standpoint and being able to alter it, I would say that for me, it really comes down to what it is that you're trying to accomplish. For me, I wanted some extra time. I wanted some extra me time, personal development time. And I knew that in my house, my 14-year-old says that our house after 7 o'clock sounds like a cross between an airport and a zoo. Just to give you an example of what the noises and the decibel levels are in our home. So from 5 to 7, I have some me time. So I made the determination to change the way I slept. Now, what that meant is I had to go to bed earlier, right? People don't talk about that. So let's talk about some of the benefits. I wrote them down here. There's this idea behind brain cleansing. Anybody talk about brain fog? Well, the truth of the matter is that your brain doesn't have an immune system like the rest of your body does. And so what it relies on is sort of a cleansing that takes place. Your spinal fluid flushes your brain and clears out all of the dead cells. You need time to do that. right? That's why we sleep the way we sleep. So you've got to really make sure that if you want that clear mind, that consistent energy level, right? Think of the Energizer Bunny. If you want that consistent energy, a really quick way to do it is to cleanse the brain, sleep. Muscle repair. Again, in tracking my sleep, what I've found is that when I have a big workout day, or if I go on a longer hike or what have you, that night I'm going to sleep more. And what it is, it's my body saying, hey, listen, I want to repair the muscles that have been torn down. Right? It's just part of what we do. Immune system. If you get better sleep, you will be sick less. Period. End of story. Overall recovery, whether we're talking about emotional, intellectual, physical, all happens through sleep. It's your body's time to rejuvenate itself. Cellular autophagy is a process by which your body goes through a cleansing of cells, mitochondria, right? And what it does is it allows you to have all the new undamaged cells. Very, very, very good for longevity and lifespan. Mood. Hey, listen, if you are cranky, if you're a grumpy Gus, you need more sleep. Just get some more sleep. You will benefit from it, but so will the people that you love. You will live longer, right? You will live longer. I think that's really important. Obviously, I should share with you, I'm an older dad, so living longer is very, very important to me. And then, of course, it reduces stress, which is interesting because stress gets in the way of sleeping properly, right? So, kind of go through some just supplements and best practices. I know I only have a couple of minutes left here. So number one, if you want to look into supplements, magnesium is a great one to be taking in the evening, right before bed. Melatonin, but only in small doses. Melatonin's coming in like 10 and 20 milligrams. You only need 1 or 2 milligrams to actually have an impact. And the truth of the matter is that if you take melatonin for a long period of time, your body will actually make less of it. As we get older, your body naturally makes less melatonin, but if you're going to do it, sort of microdose it. Don't go all in. Stay away from sleeping pills. I'm gonna say it again. Stay away from sleeping pills. They are a occasional kind of thing to help you through it, but do not become dependent on that. There's all kinds of reasons why the sleep isn't the kind of sleep that you need. It's all. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go on. Tricks. Number one trick is to get off of blue light. Anything that's blue light 2 hours before you go to sleep. That includes your phone. Sorry. Obviously, reading. That's a really, really good one. Read a good book, right? You don't need to read a boring one. Read a good one that pumps your brain full of great feelings and emotions, so that when you sleep, you're really sort of digesting that. But reading is an awesome way. Drugs and alcohol literally are killing your sleep. They are the number one enemy to sleep. So I don't care if it's even one glass of wine. If you're looking for a great night's sleep, just say no to drugs and alcohol, right? Just saying. And then the other one is, to follow a schedule. And we're doing a 25-day habit stack right now. So if you're interested in that, you can DM me on Instagram and I'll send you, sort of my notes on what the 25-day habit stack is. But part of that is creating a schedule. And if I do it for 25 days, then I'm going to get myself into a repetition to get the absolute best sleep ever. I hope this helps. I do know this: in order to have a distinctive life, a distinctive business, distinctive relationships, distinctive health and vitality, you have to have great sleep. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.